Harif has been like again, he's been missing, right? And Angela has 2 targets. You can go to the Ling, you can go to the Harif. So they have multiple win conditions. So the Angela is not really restricted into one style of play. With that being said, MDH, they got their work cut out for them because they have 2 very mobile heroes that they got to try to catch. And again, it's not going to be easy because there's so much mobility, and the moment you feel like you're going to get a kill, all of a sudden, there's a shield.
Exactly, with the slow, with the healing, with the immobilize as well. And not to mention, right, the combination of a Ling and a Harith. If you're a backline member, if you're a squishy hero right here, what do you build?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to dive into the land of Dawn to see if Onic Esports can claim the upper brackets or if MDH will stop them in their tracks right now. CW with the Flicker, no Purify, Kyrie, not with the Demon Slayer that we've seen. Ling's utilize. He's on that killing spree, and he enjoys that a bit more.
Yeah, dude, I'm calling it right now, MDH. If they can go aggressive, and I'm not just talking about simple aggression, right? Wait for the turtle and then try to get kills. Don't even focus on the turtle that much. Try to get kills, try to slow down what Onic is trying to do, and then you're going to be at a very, very good spot because they reached their power spikes way earlier because they have 2 fighters-ish, because technically Benedetta is kind of playing like a fighter where you want to dive to the enemy and try to dish out as much damage as you can. So if you can really use your draft very, very well, putting pressure early, then they could do something against Onyx lineup where they kind of want to scale up just a little bit, like 1 or 2 items.
Right, the fighter advantage that scales a lot faster. Being able to tank more damage, a lot more base damage in the abilities as well. That's definitely something that they can use. But in the top side, CW.
Super low. Kyrie gets the first blood. CW lives with 1.
Look at that grandma. Like legit, he should have gotten the kill, but RNG, man, sometimes it's not on your side. The range.
What hesitation? He flickered in because it looks like 1 hit was enough, but CW survived with such a small sliver of HP. It's unreal. Effectively 1. That is so unfortunate. And now tides are swinging towards Onic Esports. 460 gold advantage. Not massive, but it all will add up.
Oh man, that was definitely frustrating, right? If it was me, I would have been tilted, man. Going for the Flicker under the turret, CW utilized the damage reduction from the first turret, and it was really good, right? You saw a bit of hesitation, I agree. I think Hehe would have been able to get that kill if he flickered a bit earlier.
Yeah, but right now, looking at MDH, they're starting to turtle, and this is what I want to see. I want to see some of aggression, but Boots in the front.
Oh, it's still Joga who wins out the red tree battle now with the King jumping in with the Bravest Spider. It is going to be Kyrie locked down by the Moon on Blast and the stun as the King picks up a kill on the back lines up against Boots. The King super low as Kyrie gets some HP back from the hard guard. It's 1 for 1, but it's worth it for MDH. They got the turtle.
They got the turtle, and they traded their EXP lane in the process. Later on, it might be a concern because, as we mentioned, the EXP lane right now is so critical to the macro maneuvers. So if they maybe let the King fall too far behind, he might get dethroned, and that would be a very tough situation if they're going to contest for the later objectives.
I like what it did. I just want some kind of adjustment because just now the King went in alone, but I kind of feel like if Gnart and Midnight Help followed up with him, like just dove in as well, like kind of disrespecting Onic, it would have been a little bit better because, again, Ling has a lot of mobility in the early stage of the game, but not enough damage, and look at that.
Oh, CW's getting caught here, doesn't have that Purify. He is going to be chained down with the stuns coming in. Sans finally rotates up top, but it's a bit too late. CW falls, and that's him missing on that gold minion.
No gold income from that lane for him right now, and that was such a good engage.
Beautiful.
Coming in from the undetected bush for Nart. This is why the Lolita is just so dangerous and so oppressive as well. There's a lot of stuff that Nart can block on that bulwark, and of course in the early game it's deceptively high damage to clear the waves as well.
I want to pay attention towards the Harry because the mystery shop gets you items a little bit easier, a little bit faster, but look at this. He's putting points not only to the penetration but also to the cooldown. So for you to be able to dash a lot in the Zaman Force, you need at least around 33% cooldown. So if you build the cooldown boots as well as the Calamity Reaper, you can already go very, very aggressive. So he's gonna get his power spike way earlier compared to MDH.
Now there's a question from me, right? Should have CW, I mean, I don't know. CW went for Flicker. Should he have went for that Purify?
I feel like considering that there's two massive engages that are kind of telegraphed, it's not required, but it could be used as MDH goes in.
That's a lot of resources placed down already. Need my help. Gonna use the real world inflation. 2 real world inflations popped in as Kyrie jumps in with attempts to blaze now, targeting towards Need My Help, but it's gonna be Kyrie stunned up. Still able to dash out with the Finch Poise and the Defiant Blade, but it's a 1-for-1. Mid laner for XP. Kyrie opting to go for the trade onto the purple buff instead of forcing and committing onto the turtle.
The efficiency of Kyrie, though, understanding that, okay, we don't have control over the turtle pit, we might as well go for something else. And on that Ling, what can be more valuable than that purple buff? He goes in straight for it, and it's not ideal, but how quickly he makes the decision is very, very impressive.
Yeah, again, like Kyrie is a different beast whenever he's using a high mobility kind of hero. Makes it very difficult for MDH because even though like the Lolita has been catching a lot of people off guard, but going up against like a Ling, it's not a secured catch. And right now, Gernard goes in. It looks like they're going for Onic.
Okay, Zaman Force popped into the back line. It's not going to be taken low. Samo still surviving, but will be shredded down. As CW looks for some more damage onto Hehe, who's still able to survive. Kyrie picks up a double, and it is going to be a 2-for-1 for now. Joga clearing out that way, but look who's here. It's the King, who's not able to do much here. Oh my god, that damage from Kyrie! Picking up a monster kill, and Joga's going to be next on the chopping block. Kyrie with a to blaze now, looking for that kill, but will not be able to get in range. Samo just walks by, sends some love.
Sense of love literally his way. And that is the speed that Onic is playing with right here. They're abusing that Link pick. And if we take a look at the items, the Berserker's Fury has been built up. That is why the crits were hitting kind of hard. And of course, with a Vampiric Scepter, he has a bit more sustain, so it's not as easy to take him out. But Boots now is the target.
1 HP from Boots going to be shredded down by Hehe as Kyrie tries to look for some sort of trade. But it will not work out. It's still just MDH getting that kill for free. Meanwhile, the mid lane, final blows going to be popped into the back line, and CW jumps in with his Zaman Force all the way, dodging everything, but he's going to be terrified here. CW still flickering out, getting out of harm's way. Wow, that was an insane team fight. I was about to say CW, bit too aggressive, but it works this time.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, the way that Onic is playing with their items is very, very impressive because looking at how Kyrie is itemizing for himself, because he actually used the new attack speed items to make sure that he can farm a little bit faster, but the moment he has the Berserker's Fury, he is not shying away from the fight. Like, right now, he is almost optimal in terms of the way that he's using the timing with his items. And the same thing can be said with CW because, like I said, he has enough cooldown, so if he sees an opportunity, he can actually go for it. He does not need to wait for the second item to really be effective.
Joga again with a final blow, but it's going to be the turtle cancelled out. Joga forced to use that eye for an eye on cooldown now. The Suns pops in, that real world. Kyrie, beautiful temple blaze to get out of that one with the help of the hard guard. Now, he's going to be able to try to sustain back up as CW zones them off. Oh my goodness, CW jumps on to 4, and nothing is going right for MDH here. The Praisers grab as well. CW looks for the cleanup. Need my help, needing some help now, but it will not be enough. CW picks up the kill. He's looking for the shutdown from Hehe.
That is unfortunate. CW greeting out to try and make an outplay onto Hehe. Unfortunately, he just gets taken out. That's a shutdown at the hands of the marksman, but look at Hehe now.
Another shutdown. No. And it's a godlike for Kyrie, who's now 7-0-1.
Dude, like Kyrie right now, he's mad. He's mad. No wonder when I saw him, he had a very big grin on his face because he's like, the coach says Ling, I'm happy. But yeah, like, you guys probably can't hear this, but we're here, and the crowd, like the way that they reacted when like CW stayed a little bit too long and he died, I was like, oh. Like, I like the synchronization, and then when Kyrie gets a kill, it's like, ah.
You can hear the home crowd advantage right here. But CW, he's so aggressive right now because, yes, he needs cooldown, Lofel, but he did build a holy crystal already, so...
No, he doesn't need it anymore. It's like, yeah, I'm just going pure damage, man.
Exactly. He thinks that the mobility is sufficient. Now, look at that burst damage. Right, aside from Ling right here, the side of MDH needs to be very, very careful because the Harith can very well perform like an assassin in these pick-off situations.
I mean, you said it, right? Onic have the home crowd advantage, but if you look at the live chat, MDH definitely have the support of the live chat. Everyone's just spamming Hehe right now.
I mean,
Are they just laughing?
No, they are supporting from MDH.
yeah, dude. I mean, come on. Like, everyone here watching Mobile Legends Bang Bang, they just really like very, very good games. Isn't that right, Mirko, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and,
for sure.
And right now, looking at the game, it's not even that big of a difference because no matter how much we see Onic is performing mechanically, the goal difference is just 3.4K. That is a lot, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely comebackable.
It is comebackable. Kyrie trying to make a play here on the other side of the map. Again, he is a Ling. He's super mobile, especially now that he's been getting all the purple buffs, right? No one's been able to really invade and contest.
Right now, Sans is just zoning people away as CW slowly but surely chips on that Lord. It's a great mind game here because Kyrie is on the top side of the map. If you just look at the vision, you wouldn't expect that the Lord is being taken, but Onic, they're just showing MDH different looks. And now when they go for the Lord, actually, MDH are just not convinced. They're not sure. And Onic might just sneak this away.
Well, we'll see, right? A miracle play can always happen, and Nart is looking for it.
Wow.
But Kyrie just seals it again with the cross-map plays, with the wave manipulation. They're able to just, again, suffocate MDH slowly but surely after getting that lead.
Right now, honestly, I'm looking at the situation. Even I'm drawing a blank. What can MDH do? Because the way that I see it is, if Onic somehow doesn't kill, right? Like, he would eventually out-damage them, but because I kind of feel like it's kind of in a situation where you definitely can't catch Kyrie because the way that he's moving is a little bit too fast.
Oh.
But Gunnar gets caught.
Sans gets the hard guard, but it's going to fall right now, and that's need my help while she pops into real-world inflation. CW now looking to look for a big play, but it's going to be caught down. Two members, the damage dealers from Onic Esports losing their life as Kyrie jumps in onto 3 members now. It's still Samo alone in the top lane with the Lord, looking for some play, but Nard's going to be able to stun him up. Joga looking for more damage to follow it up, but it will not be enough. Onic Esports got the Lord, but again, nothing on the board.
I'm sorry, did I just cast a curse myself? It's like, oh, I don't see any way, but King, 1v1, Kyrie, legendary.
A fist fight in the bottom side there. Fighter against Assassin, by the way, doesn't even matter. But we did see that early on. CW, he goes in aggressively onto multiple people, but Kyrie isn't even done yet.
Oh, the Temple of the Blades was popped in, and Kyrie uses the same. Hey,
bit of a trade.
That was honestly just style points for both of them.
I mean this in the most respectful way, but monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey see, monkey do.
In the most respectful, because that's
Valentina's ult.
Yeah, but you know, that's a proverb.
I am you.
Yeah,
it is a saying, but now looking at the items, CW has the concentrated energy. If early on he goes in and he gets taken out, now with the extra bit of sustain, with the Feather of Heaven as well, he's going to be able to actually be a lot more survivable. And keep in mind, while all this is happening, Sans has the Glowing Wand, Ice Queen's Wand combo. He went for the book, like you mentioned, Lafel, but the Jedi Talisman will allow him to just be so obnoxious. And right here, if you're MDH, you have to be concerned about the Yve, the Ling, as well as that Harith, and it's just such a difficult situation.
I just want to point out, looking at Ling's goal, 11,000, right now it's 12 minutes. He's almost hitting that 1,000 gold per minute mark. Kyrie is getting a lot of gold here by getting kills as well as farm.
He's farming heroes.
We've mentioned, again, well, you've mentioned, Lafel, that this is still comebackable. It's only a 5,000 gold lead, and if MDH are able to actually withstand, pull it to the late game, they might be able to do it. But now Kyrie jumps in onto 5 members with the hard guard. He's going to be all there, dealing everything, picking up the kills with the help of the team. The King jumps in with the Bravest Fighter, and Joga rotates too. But it's a 2-for-0 in favor of Onic Esports as the Lord spawns in.
That was such a unique engage right there. They go in with Kyrie, and as everyone is just distracted, Sans comes in, drops the slow, and uses the real manipulation, and that effectively just corrals everyone from MDH to such a difficult situation. They're able to escape, but they lose Kehe, which is like the core key member that they need to rely on in this late game. With that, that's a free Lord, and Onic's play for the Lord in particular is just so good, so creative, and so solid.
I would say, like, that was almost too easy because they didn't even really have to focus on any target, because even their like focus attack kind of feels like an AoE at this point, because Kyrie goes in, he hits 3 people at the same time. And then, like, when CW engages with Zaman Force as well, his Chrono Dash is actually hitting quite a lot of people. So that's why it ended so fast. The burst damage is a lot, but the fact that the burst damage hit on 3 people at the same time, that was unfortunate positioning by MDH, making it easy for Onic.
Uh-oh, Joga here. Okay, still able to get out. Again, that's that tank Benedetta build that's really helping them out here in a position where they are behind 8,000 gold. But again, this is the question I want to ask. MDH, you said it's still comebackable. Now, is it still comebackable? And if so, how do they get it done?
They have to wait for overextension from Onic because they cannot outrange Onic at this moment. So if Sans uses the world manipulation, it already zones out Hehe, the main key to victory, away from these big fights. So they have to wait for a base play for sure. But Onic, they're way too smart to make a mistake. But look at that!
Boots jumps in, finds 3 on the taunt, and the Dumanat Blast will be popped in, but it only finds Boots. CW with Zaman Force just dashing all across the place. Kyrie picks up a legendary. Joke is gonna fall as well, as Kyrie wreaks havoc in the backline with CW, who's looking for a triple kill. But it is all that she wrote. Onic Esports, once again, they want the upper brackets. They'll break the curse, and they'll move on from the group stages.
I mean, look at that, man. Like, sheer confidence moving all across the map. It really shows micro and macro play is strong, but they put in a little bit of spice in there. It looks like MDH, they couldn't handle the heat.
I would hate to be any team going up against Onic right here because, as we mentioned, there's so many things to watch out for. You said it yourself, Rafael. Everything begins so quick and ends so quickly as well. Who do you try and focus? Who do you look out for? Because everyone can be a threat, and Onic is so good at switching it up. They feint out, they show you one guy, they use the other to take you out. And when you can do this again and again, that is a huge mental strain in your strategic thinking.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing, right? Onic